I have shared before you an evaluation form, right? I have shared before you an evaluation form which you can see. This is an evaluation form. Generally, evaluation forms are available on websites. The journals have their website. You log into the website and you upload your content there. If you have to review, you have to review there itself. But this is one journal which I'm thankful to this journal. They sent me an evaluation form. Now, they received a manuscript. They wanted to get it reviewed. So they sent it to me. So I am just reading it out before you. Evaluation form, manuscript number. This is the manuscript number, manuscript title, assessing the impact of fiscal federalism on the equitable development in Ethiopia, the case of road sector development, journal name. This is the name of the journal, Journal of Advanced Research in Humanities and Social Science. Now reviewed by, if I am reviewing, it will be my name, date. Then criteria of review and evaluation. What are the criteria? These are the criteria that they have kept. What are the criteria they have kept? Appropriateness to the journal, significance of the topic, conceptuality theoretically grounded, appropriate research design and methodology, coherent discussion, valid conclusions, advancement of knowledge, clear, coherent and well-written manuscript. And then other suggestion. So this, I have to review the paper on these criteria and give my ranking, good, average, poor, along with detailed comments at the bottom. Now look at the issues that they have raised here. The issues are like appropriateness of the journal. Is that journal, is that paper really fitting within that journal? Is that paper similar to the existing publications? Is that paper, fitting within the objectives and scope of that journal? This is the first criteria. Then significance of the topic. The topic that you have taken, is that really significant? Is that one which is really important topic? For example, if somebody is doing research on sustainable development goal, then we can easily say, yes, this topic is very significant today in the present context. So what is the significance of the topic? Then conceptual issues. Is that paper very well conceptually grounded? It is giving a clear background. It has reviewed the researches up to date. It has, the paper has taken into account the researches undertaken by different scholars. Then research methodology. What kind of research design and methodology is there? What kind of methodology? Suppose you are following an experimental research methodology, then what kind of tools you are using, what kind of research framework you have, what kind of research methodology you are using for experimental study. Or if you are doing, let's say, quantitative study or qualitative study, so what kind of methodology you are using? If you are using, let's say, qualitative research methodology, so how are you going to collect the data? What is the methodology? How will you ensure reliability, generalizability, validity of your research? Then discussion on the findings, discussion on the research observation. Then conclusions. What are the conclusions that you are able to derive from the research? How will you justify those conclusions? Then advancement of the knowledge. Will your research advance the field of knowledge? And then how well written manuscript is. Is the manuscript having some grammatical error? Is the manuscript really very well written? So all these things are important. As a reviewer, I have to look into all these things, right? And if the paper is really good on all these points, then what we will do, as a reviewer, I'll give a recommendation, please publish it. I have 4 options. I can say publish it, I can say accept it with some modification, I can say revise and resubmit, and the last option is I can reject it. So these are the four options that I have as the reviewer, right? If on all those points the paper is outstanding, then what I'll suggest, publish. If there are some grammatical mistakes, the sentences are not very coherent, the paragraphs are not very well designed, not very coherent, the author has been jumping between different themes in the paragraph, so then in that case, what can I do? I can ask to revise, to resubmit. I can ask the author to revise, to resubmit. I can give detailed comments that look, these paragraphs are not coherent. You are jumping. So try to focus on this theme and give your ideas in coherent manner. So I'll write down in my comments, reviewer's comment, and based on that, the author will again revise it and resubmit it. If somehow I find that the paper is outstanding but not suitable for this journal, then I'll suggest the editor of the journal to transfer this paper to some other journal. Generally, a journal publisher might be having 2-3 journals. So if it is useful to some other journal, fine, or otherwise they'll forward it to some other editor and ask the author to connect with that editor. So my purpose in sharing to you this review paper is just one. You must know how the reviewer is going to review your paper. You must know what are the criteria before the reviewer. You must know if you have written something, how is it going to be reviewed? Why should a journal publish it or reject it? If a journal is rejecting your paper, you should know the reasons. You should know what are the reasons why your paper is being rejected. You should know about them. So, if you know that these are the criteria on which a reviewer will review my paper, if you know in advance, then it will help you. You will prepare your paper very carefully. You will keep in mind the criteria followed by the journal, and your paper will not be rejected. I wish your paper should never be rejected, but I also wish that you should get chances to revise it. The reviewer may send you a few comments that please improve upon these things. That will help you to learn. That will help you to grow. The more such occasions come, the more you are able to grow, the more you are able to learn, the more you are able to develop yourself. Right? If a journal editor is your friend, you send it to him and give an order, publish it. And because of some undue influence, that editor publishes the journal, then you are committing a crime, the editor is also committing a crime, and ultimately the output that you're generating is a trash. It deserves to be thrown away. On the other hand, if you write something, send it to the journal who get it properly reviewed, you get a feedback, you get a chance to improvise upon it. In this way you also learn, and the journal's quality also improves. So that should be very clear, crystal clear in your mind, because ultimately we all are learning. Our purpose is to learn, and this learning should continue.